Hi there, my name is Sahan Dikmadugodage. I am 24 years old. I am the CEO and founder of Staunch Manufacturing. I was born and raised in Australia. I moved to Sri Lanka in 2017 to start this venture. Right now we're manufacturing cricket bats only, but in the future we plan to manufacture pads, gloves and even cricket balls. Was founded in 2017. Back when I was in Australia, I was making cricket bats as a hobby, and then in 2017 I noticed in Sri Lanka that cricket bats were expensive. So I did some research and then I realized, alright, there's probably a possibility of market since there's no cricket bat manufacturers as well in Sri Lanka. So then in 2018 I moved to Sri Lanka and started this venture. I have two business partners, Ramu Ratnayaka and Sahan Dikmadugodage. They're both based in Australia at the moment, but so that's where they are. I manufacture the cricket bats here in Sri Lanka in Colombo. We manufacture it using the pure English Willow. Right now we just focused on making cricket bats, but in the future we plan to expand our ventures and go from there. So the passion began in 2017. Like I said, I was learning it. In 2017 I realized that cricket bats were expensive in Sri Lanka and they weren't being made. So I decided to do some research, and then because I had a passion growing up for cricket bats, cricket in particular. When I was a little kid I always watched cricket, so I always liked cricket. Even when I go to the sports shops I always hang around with the cricket bats, all the cricket bats. So I had a passion for that since as a kid. And then when I thought, this is something that I could do for a living, and it's something that I like, I thought, sure, why not learn about making cricket bats, and I haven't looked back since. I learned the art of bat making back in Australia when I would go to bat makers, because in Australia there's heaps of bat makers. It's pretty much oversaturated there. So I'd go meet some bat makers, ask them to make a bat for me, look how they make it, process. I would also learn from YouTube, stuff like that, so that's how I learned all of the bat making skills. Not necessarily. When you're making a cricket bat, any cricket bat maker doesn't have to be registered with the ICC. But if you want to use your bats in an international scene, be used by international players, then you have to have an ICC approval. That's a very long procedure you have to go through. It's about normally 6 to 8 months you have to go through, and then after the 6 to 8 months, then the ICC gives you a letter saying if you're approved or not, and then you go from there.
What kind of help do you need as a local businessman, and what's your main target market for Sri Lanka?
The main help that I would appreciate from the government is to reduce the taxes. The system was set up that the taxes are so expensive for imports that there's no way, it's really hard, the prices of our bats goes up. If they can lower the taxes, then it will be a lot easier. Because Sri Lanka's put a system where imported bats are, the tax for imported bats are much more lower than importing the tax for import raw materials are much higher. So that's one of the disadvantages that I have. Hopefully that's the main help. In terms of target market, pretty much the whole of Sri Lanka, I don't have a specific target market. I want to help everyone in Sri Lanka reach to be able to buy some cricket bats. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, everyone has a chance. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, everyone should be able to afford cheap cricket bats with good quality. Challenges, like I said, tax was the first main one. The other ones is breaking into the market in Sri Lanka was a bit hard, but I think that's just with every business. Breaking into the market is hard, it's not easy. And then getting involved with the domestic players, that's one of the main things. And then during COVID was a bit hard. We can't really export prices have gone up, so it's not really ideal for us, profitable in a business sense, to export overseas. But hopefully in a few months it will start going down and we can get back on track and go from there. Yeah. to create a whole financial strong economy for Sri Lanka. The more you produce, the more sales you make, the more jobs I can create. And then in the future, I can create making such as cricket pads, gloves, cricket balls. My goal, my end goal, my vision, should I say, is to Sri Lanka become a manufacturing hub for cricket equipment. Sri Lanka's number one sport is cricket, and nothing's being made here. I see a potential market for me to expand the company into new lengths. I hope to one day, sponsor national players, grow my bats in that section, just pretty much expand all over the world. Last of all, I would like to say thank you for Colombo Clouds for having me. It's a really honour to be part of your YouTube channel. It's really nice to see that you are helping young entrepreneurs like me start up. I would say give a like and subscribe to this channel. Also come down to my shop, buy some cricket bats, and then hopefully we can build a powerful community for Sri Lanka.